classes from HP Live. So earlier on, I was saying that we're looking at the parts of an email, right? So that has already been explained. And if you have not finished the if you have not finished the course online, then let us just pick it up from here. So let us start with the subject line. The subject line should be very clear, should be precise, and should be an explicit reflection of the email's content. So it should have a clear call to action for your audience. For example, absence request for Thursday, 25th of October 2025. Or it should have precise information provided. For example, project development meeting on Monday, 22nd October 2025. Explicit word choice. For example, you could say reporting error message after software update. So the subject line should be very short and should be precise. And most often it should be using the examples you see there. You see, like it should be in small letters, and then all the major words must begin with capital letters, and small words, for example, small words like for, small words like after can begin with a small letter. But major words in the subject line should begin with a capital. So, for example, let's look at these subject lines. Somebody says, hey, here you go. Somebody says from Tuesday, staff meeting notes from Tuesday, follow up. You see that? So imagine that you took meeting notes for your boss. Which of these subject lines will make it easy for your boss to retrieve the notes at a later date? So let's look at this subject line. When you look at these subject lines, you realize that the best subject line here is subject line number 4. Just that the person should have put meeting starting with a capital M and also notes starting with a capital N. But most of the things are okay. Staff meeting notes from Tuesday, May 19th, 2020 at 2 p.m. That is how a subject line should be. It should be brief, but it should indicate like most of the details that can help someone when they search for the same at a later date in the what? In the future. So that is it when it comes to subject line. Now, let's look at the body of the email. We say that when you follow the course carefully, the course say that the body of the email must follow what we call an inverted pyramid. Some of you here are journalists. In journalism, there's something called an inverted pyramid. An inverted pyramid is an anatomy of writing a news piece. So in the inverted pyramid, we say that the most important information must be at the beginning paragraphs. No beating around the bush. Important information must be at the starting paragraphs of your email. So that means that your first section of the email should answer the following questions regarding the purpose. Is an email appropriate method of communication? Why am I sending this email? You see that? What action do I want my reader to take? Do I need to include a deadline? That is what must constitute the body of an email. So this is what they call the inverted pyramid. Most important information at the top. And then in the middle, you can have backup or supplementary information. And then extra information will now come at the end. That is inverted pyramid. And then at the start, you always begin your email with dear. Dear, and then you put the name of the person, and then you put comma. Dear Sulfur. Dear Tom. Dear Ajit. Dear James Con. Dear Doku. Dear Amor Moyak. Okay? Dear Catch. You see, you have to begin with dear. Don't just say hi, blah, blah. You see that you must begin your email with dear. And then after putting dear and the name of the person, you put comma. So always use a greeting, even if it is a reply. Some people, you see that they even email replies, they don't even like, they just say thank you without even what? Without replying. In any email reply, you have to make sure that your emails are always organized, must be very detailed, and things like that. So let me show you an example of an email I received recently. And if the email is to a group, Then you have to say, for example, dear colleagues, if you're sending to your fellow staff, you're sending, yeah, and then make sure your email is very organized in terms of the paragraphs and things like that. Next, closing. The closing part of the email, you must always close with sincerely or best regards, kind regards, warm regards, thank you, many thanks, hope this helps. You see, you must always put a closing like that so that uh, there must be an official closing. And then you must put an email signature. So the email signature is your professional card. That means that you must put your name, for example. For example, you say Ajith Tong, you put your title, you put your name and then title, researcher or data analyst, national, and then you put your company, National Bureau of Statistics. And then you put your phone number, and then you put a link to your LinkedIn profile, or you put your email. You see that? So make sure that you have a professional signature that is set on your email. That must be there. Then attachments. Make sure that always mention if you have attached a file, make sure you mention that. You have to say always please find the report attached and then give your file a clear name. Begin with what? For example, project proposal, then you put your name. And then make sure that check that the file is not too large because emails they restrict how many they restrict a number of the size of files that can be attached to what email. Otherwise, will be required what to compress the size of the what of the email. And then you be careful when you use reply all, carbon copy, BCC. Use wisely. Reply all. Use reply all only when the response is relevant to everyone on the thread. For example, if we are looking at mass emails that are sent to many people, there's no need for you to put reply all. You see that? No need for you to put reply all because your reply may not be relevant to everyone that is in the mass email. So you can only reply to the sender. No need to reply all. And then CC, which is carbon copy. Use CC for people who need to be kept in the loop, but they don't need to act. Like, for example, if you are in an organization, so usually maybe the executive director wants to be copied in every email that goes out. Not necessarily because an action is required from him, but just so he's aware of the kind of communication that is happening within the organization. And then we have blind carbon copy. Use the blind carbon copy when you need to send an email. You need to use blind carbon copy when you send an email to a group of people without revealing the email addresses to each other. This is very important aspect of digital security. For example, let's say that you don't want other people to see who else is copied the email. And the same thing also happens in Google Calendar. For example, if you are setting up an event on Google Calendar and you don't want everyone to see other emails, then you say do not see others on the list. That way, then you are able to send that. So that is blind carbon copy. So that is it with email writing. So I want to show you some examples of emails. This is an email that we received from NCC. So NCC stands for the Nutrition Coordination Cluster. So this is the the Nutrition Coordination Cluster. So here we are invited for a what? For a cluster meeting. See first with the email. You see the subject line. Invitation to NCC bi-weekly meeting, January 20. Very clear. From here, you will know that even without reading the email, you will know that this is what the person is trying to what? To communicate. Invitation to NCC. And for us, we already know what NCC means. Nutrition Coordination Cluster. Bi-weekly meeting. You see that? And then let's come to here. The only thing this person has not done right is to put all the emails in the to field, which is very wrong. The person shouldn't have put the email in the to field. You see, all these emails, he should have put these emails in what? In BCC. This person should have put the email in what? in BCC, not in CC like this. Now, like this, some people are replying to all of us, and it's very annoying, right? So this is the only mistake this person has done, and you should have put the, because this is a mass email, so you should have put in BCC so that other people within the email thread do not see who else is what is copied in the email. We're just able to see only the emails that are copied. And then here also you see here the salutation, dear colleagues. You see, because this is a mass email, dear colleagues. If you are sending to one person, always begin like that, very clear. Dear Amor Moyak, dear Tongluet, dear Ajit Tong, dear Salfa Elew. Then you put what? Comma. Clearly like that, you see. And then you begin what? With the message. Clearly, go straight to the message. On behalf of the National Nutrition Cluster, I am pleased to extend a cordial invitation for you to attend our Nutrition Coordination Cluster bi-weekly meeting. The meeting is scheduled to take place on Friday, January 23rd, 2026, as indicated below. You put the date, Friday, January 23rd, time is 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Venue is Main Conference Hall, Ocha, Juba office. You see? And then you put the agenda for the meeting, and any extra information, this information that is not important now, you put it here. You see, inverted pyramid. And then you end with what? Best regards. You see? Comma, and then you put your what? Your name. Reg Gabriel Kwai. You put your title, subnational nutrition cluster coordinator program. Like here, your phone number, you put the address of his office. You see that, and then any other details that are not important, you put here. You see that. So that is how we get to work and see that we do very well when it comes to writing an email. This is very professional email, and that is how it looks like. Now, I'm going to show you how to write from scratch. So let's say that if you click compose, this is how your email looks like, right? And then you can make it large by clicking this. So like this, this is our email body, right? Very large like that. So here, if you want to see the CC, you click this. The BCC, you click this. Okay. And then the mail merge is when you want to send to recipients via mail merge. Here you have to use an extension. So here, let's say that I want to send an email to Samuel. So I say Samuel. Okay, let me say I want to send an email to build your best self. info@build your best self blog.com, something like that. And then if I want to copy somebody, let's say I want somebody to be able to get this message, then maybe I want to copy myself, and I put my private email here, and then I can put the subject line. Okay, then I say email etiquette presentation from 17th January 2026, something like that. Then I can, let me say I'm sending the email to Samuel. Dear Samuel, trust that this email finds you well. Please find attached the presentation from the session on email etiquette. On email etiquette, conducted on 17th January 2026 via Zoom. Hope you find it helpful. Thank you. Something like this. So very, very brief. And if you want to attach a file, then you click this attachment. Then let me see, I can attach this certificate, for example, just as an example. And then, yeah, something short like that. And then if you want to, attach bullet points, you can say, here are our next steps. One, download the presentation. Two, share it on the Google Classroom. Three, update the fellows via the WhatsApp group. You see that? Something like that. You could even, if you want to number them, you could change the bullet. Here is where you edit the bullet. You come here, you see, you put bullets, numbers, you see, something like that. So that is how you work around that. You can, of course, if you want to make things bold, some of this, let's say if you want to make it bold, you highlight, you can make it bold, you can italize, you see. And then if you're using a computer, you can even change the font type. You come here, you change. If you want to make it Garamond, you see now I've changed it to Garamond. If I want to make it Tahoma, you see. So you can change the text type to whichever you want. You see that? And then if you want to put a hyperlink, for example, let's say I want to put a hyperlink here, the link to the course that we did, I click that, then I put this, then I apply. You see? Then when you hover over, you would see the link. You see? That is pretty much how this works. And you can send. You can send now if you want, or you see, you can also schedule. You can schedule the email to send at a later date. So you can click schedule, and you can send it tomorrow at 10 a.m., tomorrow at 1 p.m., on Monday morning, or you can pick a date and time which you want to send the email. You see, then you can schedule and the email will be sent. So scheduling helps you, like, let's say that if you're very busy, maybe you presume that you see that you will be very busy on the weekend, and so you want to schedule your emails. Let's say on Monday you will be very busy and you want to schedule your email, so you can easily just do that, and then be able to easily send your email. Even if you're offline, once you have scheduled your emails on that given date, the email will be sent. So that is how you do that. And then this is your email signature. So when you add your email signature, you don't have to add it to every email. So every email, it will automatically just appear. For example, this student of mine will appear on every email that I send. I don't have to add the signature every time I send that. And then also, so let's look at now how you can, let's look at here. I think, what is it next? What is it? I think we have not done. Here is, here you can even insert an image. inside your what, your email. For example, let's say that there's an image I want to insert. So you just click here. Then I will say insert image from my PC, from my, let me insert just from Google Photos. Let me see if I have, yeah, let me just test this image. Yeah, you see, so this image has been inserted. So you can actually insert images directly, you see, directly into what? Into your email if you want. So you see this image has been inserted directly into what? Into the email. And then here you can insert emojis if you like, but emojis are not very recommended. And then here, of course, if you want to send later, you can schedule that. Here, if you want to use AI to write, and then here, if you want to insert files from Google Drive, and this one with the lock is something called confidential mode. So confidential mode is one, if you want to send your email with what? One, so that if you're sending a very, let me say, a very sensitive email and you don't want the recipient to forward to someone else, to copy any content from the email, to print or to download the email. So what you do is you send the email in a confidential mode. And then also using confidential mode, you can also make the email to expire. So after a certain period, the recipient will not be able to see the email in their what? In their inbox. For example, those days when I select people for programs, let's say I selected for this fellowship, and sometimes people may be offline for some reasons. I can set the email to expire after 1 week. That means after 1 week, if you have been offline, you will not see the email again in your what? In your inbox. You see that? So this is because I use the confidential mode. So the confidential mode, you can set the email to expire in 1 day. You can set it to expire in 1 week. You can set it to expire in 1 month. You can set it to expire in 3 months, or you can set it to expire in 5 years. It doesn't have custom. It has strict times. So Google has not yet updated this feature. So far, you can only set expiration for 1 day, for 1 week, for 1 month, for 3 months, and the content of the email will disappear. And then when you send in confidential mode, the person will not be able to what? To forward the email, to copy, to print, or to download this email. They will only read in their inbox, and that will be the end of it. So that is what we call what? Confidential mode for email. I think right now we have covered all these aspects. More options, of course, these are if you want to, put appointment, you want to put your booking page, you want to propose times for meetings. This is where you can do that. But most of them, these ones here, they are not, these ones here, these are extensions, so don't worry about them. This is an extension also, don't worry about it. And this is one extension. But these are the major aspects that you would see in your normal Gmail account. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to writing very organized emails. So the next thing I would like to show you is how you can go about uh, with email signatures. So many often people have challenges with email signatures. So email signatures, what you do is you come to set. If you are using the phone, also the same thing on the phone. On the phone, you go to settings and you will see signatures in the setting option. So what happens here is you can go to settings, and once you click settings like that, you say see all settings. So once you click see all settings, you will see your inbox like this. So once you see your inbox like this, you scroll down. Scroll here, you can see how many messages you want to see per page. You want to undo in how many seconds, so you can increase the 30 seconds. Default behavior, reply 1, hover over action, gain access. Um, you can see you can choose your default text style, and you want to show external images, grammar suggestions, autocorrect, personalization, conversation view, suggest emails to reply to, smart reply, mark comments as read immediately, turn on smart this, you see, and you move down here. Yeah. So when you move down slowly, yes, so you see signature. So with signature, signature is made in a way that you can add several signatures to the same email account. So they can do the same on the what? On the phone. And then you can set a default signature. So for you to send a signature, what you do is that you click create new. So create new, let's say that I want to create a signature called build your best self fellowship. This is my signature name. Then I click create. Then now inside this box is where you now put your signature settings. Let's say that I want my reply to be um, I want to give it all the very best. Then I move down like this. Then I want to put a dash. I want to put a dash like that. Then I come down. We say that you put your name first. You put your name. So my name is Emmanuel Bida, and then Thomas. And then I come here. Then we say that you put what? Your title. So I will say my title for this fellowship is Mentor Build Your Best Self. Build Your Best Self. So this is my title. Then from there, we say you put your what? Your contact information. Then I put my phone, 0924380378. Then I put my email. My work email is bidar@efss.ngo. Like that. Then I can put my LinkedIn profile if I want. I can just put my website. My website is www.bidarthomas.me. Actually, here, let me put my personal email, bidar@bidarthomas.me. Something like that. So here, for example, I can put a hyperlink so that you can just click something like that. Yes. And yeah, you can edit this here, your signature. You can on the phone, it doesn't have many options for editing. On the phone, it's just the normal thing. So here I want to change it like that. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, my signature looks good. And the text size, yeah, if I want to make it smaller, I want to make the signature smaller, I can choose small signature like this. But I want to make it medium, normal, yeah. So like this is good. So like this now, my signature is what? Is set. Then I can come down. If I want to make it for new emails, I want to put build your best self fellowship. I can choose this like this. For replies, I can put that. And then here is vacation responder. Vacation responder is when like you are in office and you're going for holidays and you want to put automated reply so that somebody will just click on it and they are able to give you they are able to receive an automatic reply. So you can do that by clicking vacation responder on. Then you put the first day for vacation responders, and then you put the last day you want, maybe when your leave is ending. Let's say my leave is ending on the 6th of Feb. Then I put that. Then I put, for example, I am out of office, something like that. Then I say, then you put your message here. Dear sender, I am currently on leave and out of office. For urgent issues, contact my colleague Samuel Guy on 0909090909, or Samuel at build your best self blog.com. Thank you. Something like that. So, so that is what you call a vacation responder. So then you what? You click save. You see that? But now I'm not going to put it on. I'm just putting it off. Then I click save changes. So like that, now my signature has been set. So please, you also go, if you're using the phone, try to set your signature on the phone. You set your signature like mine, and set also make it as the default responder. Then I want to say compose. When I compose, you see, now my signature is appearing. You see, by default, it's just already appearing here. This is the signature I just set. You see? So this is how the email signature works. So you try to set your signature, even if on the phone, go to settings, find signature, and set your signature now. Like right now, I'm giving you each of you 2 minutes. I'm giving each of you 2 minutes, and then after setting your signature, you send me a sample email. Send me a sample email. Uh, Send me a sample email to bida@efss.ngo so that I see whether you have set your signature. Set your signature and send an email. Make sure the email is detailed. Your email must have a subject, it must have a body, and it must have yeah, the body must follow inverted pyramid, just like the sample email that I created. Let me just go back to the draft email that I created. Yeah, your email must be detailed like this. It must have all the aspects. From your email must begin with dear Bida. You see, and then just write at least write 2 paragraphs. Don't write for me an email with 1 paragraph. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, please. We are ending at 4:30, so I want us to wrap up in 10 minutes. So you set your signature. The first step is to set your signature. After setting your signature, and then you send an email to me. Send an email to me. Make sure the email must have at least 2 paragraphs. And make sure you space your email very well. You look at the spacing in my email view. When you're writing emails, you don't need space well. You say, dear Samuel, you don't leave space, and immediately trust you are well, and then you move like you see how I spoil in this email. You see, some of you write emails like this. Don't write like this. You write Samuel, you leave space. And then I hope this email finds you well. You leave space. Please find attached. You come here, you leave space. You see that? This is how you write an email. Very organized. Don't write for me email where everything is in one place like this. Don't write like that. You see this. Don't write like this, please. Please and please don't write like this. Make sure you space. Dear Samuel, you leave a line. I trust you. Left. 1 minute left. I've not received any email yet. Yes, and those who have finished the course, please add your certificate on your LinkedIn profile and you post. Add, you see, the good thing is that the certificate has a link. So add your it has link and it has a certificate number. So add your certificate on your LinkedIn profile and announce you have finished a course on business email. You see, those are the basic things that create engagement, for your LinkedIn profile. So yeah, so that is it. Please send me the email. 2 minutes actually gone. Let me add for you. Looks like you need more time. So let me add for you 3 more minutes. Don't forget, first set your signature, whether on the phone or PC, whichever device you're using. After after setting the the signature, send me an email. Send me an email about anything. What I want is the email should be organized. It should be organized like the one you're seeing on the screen. It must have clear subject line, clear body with at least 2 paragraphs, and your signature must be there. And it yeah, so please send the emails. I'm looking for you send the emails to bida@efss.ngo. Yeah, please add your certificates on your LinkedIn profile later on. I look forward to seeing your posts about your new certificate. There's one guy, Manas. Manas, you did a different course. You did a course on critical thinking in the AI era. We are not doing that course, please. We're doing a course on something different. So let us please do exactly what we are told to do. And please continue to explore HP Live. HP Live is very good. There are a lot of courses there. And slowly you see you can build your badges on HP Live. Uh, no, it's there on every phone. Ajit set is there on every phone. It's there on every phone. It's there on every phone. So my email on WhatsApp,
I have checked it, but it's not there. I've gone to the setting and it's not there completely.
it is there. It is there. You are using Gmail, right?
Yeah.
It's there. It's there. So it's there. When you go to settings, it's there. When you go to settings, and then usually if you have many accounts, you need to select the account. After selecting the account, signature. Signature is called mobile signature. It is under general. Um, it is under general. Under general, you will see it. Under just after when you go to settings, after selecting the account, you will see mobile signature under default reply action before conversation view. So you check carefully. You should be able to see it. Yes, I've got one email from Morris. Let us see the email from Morris. Uh-huh. Morris, you see one mistake you have done? You see one mistake. I say that make sure you leave a space. I hope this email finds you well. I would like to take this opportunity. You see, like I would like to take this opportunity should be another paragraph. For example, if and then even apology. You see, this other one should be a small p. So let me just reply. Let me just reply to you with an edit. So I'm going to reply to you with your same message, and you see how it will look like. So let me reply. So first here, I will check
Hello,
this.
hello, sir.
Then I say that this is apology, and then I put this here. You see this? Then you see this? This would be another like this, and then I come here, then I move this. Then this could be one. And then these tongues must come down here. You see, something like this. You see how this email is, and my email signature is already here. So I will just send you a reply. Then you see the difference between my email and your email. Thank you. Otherwise, thank you. Please, guys, the minutes of other is over. You guys are not sending the email. Thank you, Morris. Yeah, you can take your time. You can do the course later. You can do the course later. Yes. So you see the edited email. It's the edited email from yeah. Yeah, but this was good. Yes, guys. Okay. You guys are not sending the emails. Okay. So let me see. Let me see for Tong. Tong has sent. Now, yeah, I see you have sent your email. Good. Agriculturalist, author, and publisher. Good. Yeah, your signature is set. Now, the problem is what? Is the subject line. We say the subject line, all the major words must be capital. You see that? So let me just reply. You see the major words. You see email. So email is the major here. So you have to put it with capital E. And then signature, capital. Yeah. So and then I will reply, dear Tom, thank you for the email. The body is well written. Thank you. Something like this. And then I send you the reply. So even if it's a reply, make sure you show courtesy to the what? To the sender. Yes. So that is it. Well done. So for people, you must send your email, by the way, if you have not yet sent. This is compulsory. This is compulsory part of your assignment. So you have to send me the email. John Tong, John Both, Nyandeng, James Con, Amor, Salfa, Ajit. I'm still looking forward to receiving your emails. While you do that, let's continue. When emails don't work, sometimes, of course, not always emails work. So there are times when email may not work. So when email may not work, you need to take the conversation out of the virtual world and speak to the recipient in person. You can schedule a virtual interview, you can schedule a virtual meeting or even an in-person meeting where you can catch up in office or in any place in town and be able to sort things out. So when that happens, make sure.
Sir, can I have a question?
Yes.
So how to get the symbol of signature, because I'm now in a general setting, but I don't know where to press to get this signature. I'm using Paul.
But now you are late. We have moved past that, so we will be helped later.
Okay.
Yes. So then you try to look at this email. This email is from someone. Someone is saying, "Dear all, sorry to send you this second reminder, but please, just come to the planning meeting next week. As you all know, we here at the YMCA have been working diligently to come up with great activities for our incoming cohort of students for this summer." You see that? So blah 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 blah, and from Tracy, you see. So what do you think are some problems you have identified in this email? What are some issues you might have identified in this email even as you go through it? Dear all, sorry to send you this reminder, but please, just come to the planning meeting next week. As you all know, we here at the YMCA have been working diligently to come up with great activities for our incoming cohort of students for this summer. This year, I am pleased to inform you that we have approximately 120 new K-12 students joining the existing 400 YMCA members for this year. In preparing these new students for a worthwhile summer, we should be planning for a successful program. Attached, you will find specific details regarding logistics, deadlines, and frequently asked questions for this year's program. Thank you for your continued support. I look forward to seeing you all in many, if not all, of the new 2019 summer program activities. Oh, yeah, I hope this email finds you great and well rested from our 3-day weekend. Thank you, Tracy. So, what are some issues you might have seen from this email? So, if you have seen this email keenly, one, these issues that are bolded, these are problems. You see? So let's look at how we could better write this. You see, you will write this email better. We could write like this: Dear summer activities team members, I hope this email finds you well rested after our 3-day weekend. You see, you begin with the greetings first. You cannot put greetings at the end, like what happened in the email. And then, please mark your calendars for our next planning meeting on Wednesday, March 13th, 2019, from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the conference room. You see that? And then here you have to put your what? Your name in full, and then also your title and your organization and your contact information. That is how you write emails. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our session for today. And yes, I just received an email from Salfa. Let me see. Salfa is saying, okay, dear Bida, I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to thank you for the presentation email etiquette. I am so grateful for the opportunity of the training. Best regards. So, what are the problems in this email? The subject line is good. We say that after saying dear so and so, you have to put a what? A comma. And then end all the paragraphs with full stop. And even best regards, you have to put what? A comma. So let me reply with an edited version. So here I have to, the subject line is good, so I just leave it like this. This is good, well done. Then here, dear Bida, you put what? Comma. So let me say, dear Sulfur, comma, like that. I hope this email finds you well, full stop. I am writing to appreciate you for your feedback on my presentation on email etiquette via Zoom on 17th January 2026. It was a pleasure having you in my class. Full stop. Something like that. And then here you see best this, and then you put a comma. Don't just leave it like that. So this is how you write good emails. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our session for today. If you have any questions, please ask. If you have any questions, please ask before I call it a close. So I will give you an assignment.
Yes, I have a question before you go ahead.
Yes, please.
Yeah, when it comes to the ending, like best regard, do you put full stop or comma?
You put comma. You put comma.
And in your email, I'm saying that which is just constant. Do you do something about it or just come alone?
Yes, so mine is because it is part of my signature. So I added it in my signature.
How do you do that?
The same way you added, in your, like for you, you have already done your signature, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you just edit your signature, and then if you like using best regards, then you just put the same best regards. You put it above that
Above the
dash.
line.
Yes, above the
Okay.
line. You put there, and then you put comma, and then you put the space.
All right.
Yeah, and
Thank
then
you.
it will be constant in your signature.
What if you are using phone and you want to put your signature?
That is the same thing. He's using a
By
phone.
the way, I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone even. I put this thing using phone.
If you're using Android, um, you go to settings. You see, when you go to settings, you find that you find the if your phone has many Gmail accounts, then when you go to settings, it will ask you to choose the account for which you want to do the settings. But if you have only one Gmail account, it will take you to the settings. Then once you are in the settings, you will see under reply, you will see something called mobile signature. So please just look at your settings carefully. Some of these things, just look carefully, you will get the information that you are looking for. Just take your time, look carefully, you will find that aspect. It's there. Whether you're using Outlook or whether you're using Gmail or other email clients. Is that clear? Any other question apart from the question asked by? So I have received only 3 emails: Salfa, Tong, and Morris. The rest of you, please, you need to send. Any other question? Okay, then if there are no questions, I want to wish you guys the very best of your evening. And thank you so much for being very patient with us.